Beloved soul, pause for a moment. In the rush of your day, in the midst of your thoughts and worries, allow these words to reach you. This is not by chance that you are listening right now. The universe has its ways of bringing exactly what we need when we need it most. And today, these words are meant for you. Yes, you specifically, who might be feeling lost, uncertain, or standing at a crossroads in your life journey. I see you. I see your struggles, your silent tears, the battles you fight when no one is watching. I see how hard you've been trying to keep everything together while feeling like you're falling apart inside. The weight you carry is noticed, even when others fail to recognize it. Type "seen" if you feel these words speaking directly to your heart right now. Your path has not been easy. There have been moments when you questioned everything: your worth, your direction, your purpose. Nights spent staring at the ceiling, wondering if tomorrow would bring the change you've been praying for. Days when putting one foot in front of the other felt like climbing a mountain. But here you are, still moving forward, still breathing, still hoping. That alone is a testament to the extraordinary strength within you. You may not realize it, but you are in a season of profound transformation. Just as the caterpillar must endure the darkness of the cocoon before emerging as a butterfly, you, too, are undergoing a metamorphosis. The challenges you face are not punishments, they are opportunities for growth. The doors that have closed were not denials, but redirections. The people who walked away made room for those who are meant to walk alongside you in the next chapter of your story. Every tear you've shed has watered the seeds of your future blessings. Every disappointment has been preparing you for something greater than you can currently imagine. The divine timing of your life is perfect, even when it doesn't feel that way. Trust that what is unfolding now is precisely what needs to happen for you to step into the fullness of who you are meant to become. There is a plan for your life far more beautiful than anything you could orchestrate for yourself. The pieces are falling into place even when you cannot see the full picture. The universe conspires in favor of those who align themselves with love, truth, and authenticity. You are being guided even in moments when you feel most alone. Take a deep breath and release the need to control every aspect of your journey. Some things must unfold in their own time. Some lessons can only be learned through experience. Some blessings can only arrive when you've created the space to receive them. Type "I release" if you're ready to let go of the illusion of control and embrace the flow of divine timing. You have been holding yourself to impossible standards. The voice of perfectionism has been whispering that you are not enough, that you must earn love and worthiness through constant striving and achievement. This is not the truth of who you are. You were born worthy. You were born deserving of love, joy, and abundance. Nothing you do or don't do can change your inherent value as a being of light in this world. The mistakes you've made do not define you. They are simply moments in time where you learned what doesn't work, what doesn't serve you, what isn't aligned with your highest good. Forgive yourself for these moments. They are part of being human. They are opportunities for growth and deeper understanding of yourself and others. Your past does not determine your future unless you carry it with you as a burden rather than a teacher. Listen closely to what I'm about to share with you. The energy around you is shifting. The universe is rearranging itself to support your highest good. The prayers you've whispered in your darkest moments have been heard. The intentions you've set from your heart are taking root. The dream that refuses to die within you, that vision of a better life, a healed heart, a purpose fulfilled, is not a fantasy. It is a glimpse of what is possible when you align with the highest version of yourself. You are standing at the threshold of a new beginning. The door is opening, not because you've pushed hard enough or proven yourself worthy, but because it is time. Divine timing cannot be rushed or delayed. It unfolds with perfect precision, bringing exactly what you need exactly when you need it. Into the coming days, pay attention to the subtle signs and synchronicities that appear in your life. A book that falls open to just the right page. A conversation that answers a question you've been holding in your heart. A moment of clarity that comes when you least expect it. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that you are on the right path. They are breadcrumbs leading you home to yourself. The challenges you've faced have not been in vain. They have been forging your character, strengthening your resolve, deepening your capacity for compassion and empathy. The fire that felt like it would consume you has instead been purifying you, burning away what no longer serves so that what remains is authentic and true. You are emerging from these trials not diminished but enhanced, not weakened but fortified. Trust the wisdom of your heart. In a world full of noise and distraction, your inner voice speaks the truth that your soul recognizes. It may not shout, it may only whisper. But if you quiet your mind and listen with intention, you will hear it guiding you toward choices that align with your highest good. Type, "I listen," if you commit to honoring this inner wisdom that resides within you. Remember that your thoughts create your reality. What you focus on expands. What you believe becomes your experience. If you dwell in lack, you will perceive more lack. If you attune yourself to abundance, you will discover abundance in unexpected places. This is not magical thinking. It is the natural law of resonance. You attract what you are, not what you want. Become the energy of what you seek, and watch how it begins to manifest in your external world. You have been given unique gifts that only you can offer to the world. Perhaps you haven't fully recognized them yet. Perhaps you've been comparing your gifts to others and finding them wanting. But the world needs exactly what you have to give. Your voice, your perspective, your presence. These are not accidental or insignificant. They are essential pieces of the greater whole. When you honor your authentic self and share from that place, you contribute to the healing and evolution of all. The path ahead may not be clear all at once. You don't need to see the entire journey to take the next step. Trust that as you move forward with faith and intention, the way will be revealed. One step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. This is how transformation occurs. Not in dramatic leaps, but in consistent choices that align with your highest values and deepest desires. Your capacity for love is greater than you know. You have been hurt, yes. You have experienced betrayal, disappointment, and loss. These wounds are real, and they deserve acknowledgement. But they have not diminished your ability to love. They have expanded it. Through suffering, you have gained compassion. Through loneliness, you have learned the value of connection. Through heartbreak, you have discovered the resilience of your spirit. The love you seek is not separate from you. It is not something to chase or earn. It is the very essence of who you are. When you remember this truth, when you return to love as your natural state of being, everything changes. Your relationships transform. Your work becomes a channel for service rather than a means of validation. Your very presence becomes a blessing to those around you. You are not alone in this journey. Even in moments when isolation feels most acute, you are surrounded by support both seen and unseen. There are kindred spirits walking alongside you, some you have yet to meet. There are ancestors cheering you on from beyond the veil. There are countless beings of light, holding space for your growth and evolution. Reach out when you need support. Ask for help when the burden feels too heavy. This is not weakness, it is wisdom. The healing you seek is already underway. Every time you choose compassion over judgment, forgiveness over resentment, presence over distraction, you participate in your own healing. Every time you honor your needs, set healthy boundaries, speak your truth with love, you reclaim pieces of yourself that may have been lost or forgotten. Healing is not a destination, but a continuous journey of returning to wholeness. Type healing if you are ready to embrace this journey of restoration and renewal in your life. Your body is a sacred vessel that carries you through this human experience. It deserves your respect, your care, your gratitude. Listen to what it tells you. Rest when you are tired. Nourish yourself with foods that bring vitality. Move in ways that bring joy and strength. Touch the earth. Breathe the air. Feel the sunlight on your skin. These simple practices reconnect you to the wisdom that lives in your physical form. When you give yourself permission to be authentically who you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses, all your light and shadow, you free others to do the same. The world needs your light now more than ever. In times of uncertainty and division, your commitment to love, truth, and compassion creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Never underestimate the power of a kind word, a genuine smile, a moment of presence offered to someone in need. These seemingly small actions are how light spreads in a world that sometimes feels dark. Your financial situation is not a measure of your worth. The numbers in your bank account do not define you. The material possessions you do or don't have are not indicators of your success. True abundance encompasses so much more than money. It includes meaningful relationships, purposeful work, moments of joy and beauty, a sense of connection to something greater than yourself. As you expand your definition of abundance, you will begin to recognize how truly rich you already are. The dream that lives in your heart was placed there for a reason. It is not random or meaningless. It is a calling, a purpose, a North Star guiding you toward the life you are meant to live. Do not abandon this dream, even when the path toward it seems unclear or impossible. Take one small action each day that moves you in the direction of your calling. These consistent steps over time create the momentum that brings dreams into reality. Type purpose if you feel called to reconnect with the deeper meaning and direction of your life journey. You have overcome so much already. Look back at the mountains you've climbed, the storms you've weathered, the darkness you've walked through. You are still here, still breathing, still hoping, still trying. This resilience is not accidental or ordinary. It is extraordinary. It is evidence of a spirit that refuses to be defeated, a light that cannot be extinguished. The pain you've experienced has carved space within you for greater joy, deeper wisdom, more authentic connection. Without the valleys, we cannot fully appreciate the mountaintops. Without the darkness, we cannot truly recognize the light. Your suffering has not been meaningless. It has been transformative. It has shaped you into someone capable of profound empathy and compassion. Trust the timing of your life. What seems like delay is often preparation. What feels like rejection is often protection. What appears as ending is often the necessary clearing for a new and better beginning. The universe operates on a timeline that our human minds cannot always comprehend. But when we look back, we often see that everything unfolded exactly as it needed to for our highest good. You do not need to have all the answers right now. It is okay to be in process, to be becoming, to be figuring things out as you go. This journey of life is not about reaching some final state of perfection or completion. It is about growth, exploration, expansion. Embrace the questions. Welcome the uncertainty. There is freedom in admitting that you don't know everything, and beauty in remaining open to discovery. The relationships that are meant for you will not require you to diminish yourself. They will not ask you to silence your voice, hide your light, or compromise your values. They will challenge you, yes, but toward growth, not reduction. They will see you in your fullness and celebrate both your strength and vulnerability. If you have settled for less than this, know that more is possible. You deserve connections that honor all of who you are. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. When you release the grip of past hurts, not because what happened was okay, but because you deserve peace, you free up energy that can be directed toward creating the life you desire. Forgiveness doesn't happen all at once. It is a process, a practice, a choice you make again and again until the burden lifts. Your intuition is a compass guiding you toward truth. That feeling in your gut, that knowing in your heart, that whisper in your mind, these are aspects of your inner wisdom speaking to you. In a world full of external opinions and influences, learning to trust this internal guidance system is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It will never lead you astray, though it may lead you down unexpected paths. Type intuition if you commit to honoring and strengthening this inner knowing in your life. The stories you tell yourself shape your experience of reality. Notice the narratives that run through your mind. Are they empowering or limiting? Do they expand possibilities or contract them? You have the power to rewrite these stories. You can transform "I'm not good enough" into "I am learning and growing every day." You can shift "nothing ever works out for me" to "I am open to receiving the good that is coming my way." These new stories become self-fulfilling prophecies, just as the old ones were. Your presence is a gift. In a world of constant distraction and divided attention, being fully present with another person is one of the most profound offerings you can make. When you set aside your phone, quiet your mental chatter, and truly listen with your whole being, you create a sacred space of connection. Practice this presence not just with others, but with yourself, in moments of solitude, in communion, with nature, in the ordinary activities of your day. The universe speaks in the language of signs and synchronicities. The repeated number you keep seeing, the song that plays at just the right moment, the book that falls open to exactly the message you needed, these are not random coincidences. They are confirmations that you are connected to something larger than yourself, something that is aware of your journey and supporting your growth. Pay attention to these subtle communications. Your emotions are messengers carrying important information. Anger points to boundaries that have been crossed. Sadness reveals what you value and have lost. Fear highlights areas where you need greater security or trust. Instead of judging your emotions as good or bad, welcome them as guides helping you navigate your inner landscape. Feel them fully, listen to their messages, then let them move through you rather than becoming stuck. The way you speak to yourself matters. If your internal dialogue is harsh, critical, or demeaning, imagine how you would feel if someone spoke to a child or a dear friend that way. You deserve the same compassion and encouragement that you would offer to someone you love. Practice catching yourself in moments of negative self-talk and consciously shift to words of kindness and support. This simple practice can transform your relationship with yourself. Everything in the natural world moves in cycles, the seasons, the moon, the tides. Your life follows similar patterns of expansion and contraction, activity and rest, outward focus and inward reflection. Honor these rhythms rather than fighting against them. There are times to push forward and times to pull back, times to speak and times to listen, times to lead and times to follow. Wisdom lies in discerning which season you are in and aligning your actions accordingly. Type cycles if you recognize this natural rhythm playing out in your own life journey. The challenges you face are not happening to you. They are happening for you. They are opportunities for growth, catalysts for transformation, invitations to evolve beyond who you have been. When you shift your perspective from victim to student, from resistance to acceptance, these difficulties become your greatest teachers. Ask yourself, what is this situation trying to show me? What qualities is it developing within me? What greater purpose might it serve? Your breath is an anchor that can return you to the present moment whenever anxiety pulls you into the future or regret drags you into the past. Take a deep breath now. Feel the air filling your lungs. Notice the slight pause at the top of the inhalation and then experience the release as you exhale completely. This simple practice, repeated with awareness, can calm your nervous system and clear your mind when life feels overwhelming. The universe operates on the principle of balance. For every giving, there must be receiving. For every effort, there must be rest. For every expansion, there must be integration. Many of us have been conditioned to value only one side of these equations, to give without receiving, to work without resting, to grow without integrating. True harmony comes from honoring both sides, from allowing the natural pendulum of life to swing in its full arc. You are more than your productivity. Your worth is not measured by how much you accomplish or contribute. In a society that often values doing over being, this can be a radical truth to embrace. There is profound value in moments of stillness, in times of play, in periods of apparent nothingness, where no tangible output is created. These spaces allow for renewal, inspiration. When your words flow from a place of truth and compassion, they become a force for positive transformation. The path of spiritual growth is not always comfortable. It often requires facing aspects of yourself that you've kept hidden, the shadows, the wounds, the patterns that no longer serve. This inner work can be challenging, but it is also deeply liberating. As you shine the light of awareness on these previously unconscious aspects, they begin to transform. What once controlled you from the shadows becomes integrated wisdom when brought into the light. Type transform if you are ready to embrace this journey of inner growth and integration. Your physical environment affects your mental and emotional state more than you might realize. The spaces you inhabit are not separate from you. They are extensions of your consciousness. Clear physical clutter, and you create space for mental clarity. Surround yourself with beauty, and you cultivate an appreciation for beauty within. Make your home a sanctuary that reflects and supports the person you are becoming. The judgments you hold about others are reflections of what you haven't accepted within yourself. When someone triggers strong emotion in you, whether irritation, anger, or even excessive admiration, pause and ask, what might this person be mirroring back to me? What quality or potential am I projecting onto them rather than recognizing in myself? This practice of using relationships as mirrors can accelerate your growth and deepen your self-understanding. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are not responsible for fixing everything or saving everyone. Your responsibility is to tend to your own garden, to cultivate peace, joy, and love within yourself, and to share these qualities with those around you. This focused approach creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. By healing yourself, you contribute to the healing of the collective. The answers you seek often come in moments of stillness. When you quiet the noise of external opinions and internal chatter, you create space for deeper wisdom to emerge. This is why practices like meditation, time in nature, or simply sitting in silence can be so powerful. They clear the channel through which intuition and inspiration can flow. If you've been wrestling with a question or decision, give yourself the gift of stillness and see what arises. Your life is speaking to you through the language of experience. Every situation, every encounter, every challenge contains a message if you have eyes to see it. Instead of rushing through your days on autopilot, pause to ask, what is trying to be revealed here? What pattern is repeating? What truth is seeking my attention? These questions transform ordinary moments into opportunities for awakening and growth. The way you start your day sets the tone for all that follows. The thoughts you entertain in the first moments after waking, the information you consume, the intentions you set. These create the foundation upon which everything else is built. Consider creating a morning ritual that aligns with your highest values and deepest desires. Even 5 minutes of conscious practice can shift the entire trajectory of your day. Type morning if you commit to bringing more intention to the start of your days. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to outgrow beliefs that no longer resonate. You are allowed to choose a different path than the one you started on. Growth requires flexibility, a willingness to reassess and redirect as you gain new information and insight. Don't let outdated commitments or fear of appearing inconsistent keep you tethered to choices that no longer align with who you are becoming. The most difficult times in your life have forged the strongest parts of your character. The challenges that seemed impossible to overcome have revealed capacities you didn't know you possessed. The losses that broke your heart have expanded your capacity for compassion. Nothing has been wasted, not the tears, not the struggles, not the moments of despair. All of it has been creating the remarkable person you are today. Your body holds wisdom that your mind cannot access through thinking alone. It speaks to you through sensations, through energy, through intuitive knowing. Learning to listen to. This bodily wisdom is a practice of coming home to yourself in a more complete way. Notice how your body responds in different situations, the tightness or expansion, the energy or fatigue, the comfort or discomfort. These sensations are valuable information guiding you toward what is truly right for you. The quality of your relationships determines the quality of your life. Invest in connections that bring out the best in you, that challenge you to grow, that feel like sunshine on your soul. Release relationships that consistently diminish you, that require you to be less than you are, that leave you feeling drained rather than energized. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose these companions wisely. Your creative expression is needed in this world. Whether through art, music, writing, cooking, gardening, parenting, teaching, healing, or any other form, your unique way of channeling life force energy makes a difference. Don't compare your creative gifts to others. Don't diminish them as unimportant or unnecessary. When you create from the heart, you participate in the ongoing creation of the world itself. The most powerful prayer is gratitude. When you thank the universe for what you already have, you open the channel for more blessings to flow. This isn't about denying difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about training your attention to notice the good that exists alongside the challenges. Each day contains moments of beauty, connection, and grace, if you have eyes to see them. Gratitude makes these moments visible. Type grateful if you commit to cultivating more appreciation for the blessings in your life. You are a being of infinite potential, living in a temporary human form. The limitations you perceive are largely constructions of thought, beliefs inherited or adopted that do not reflect your true nature. As you question these limiting beliefs and open to greater possibilities, your experience of life expands accordingly. You begin to access capacities and qualities that have been dormant within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. The greatest gift you can give to those you love is your authentic presence. Not your advice, not your solutions, not your attempts to fix or change them, but your willingness to be fully present with them exactly as they are. This kind of presence creates a space where healing naturally occurs, where insights spontaneously arise, where connection deepens beyond the surface level of everyday interaction. Your sensitivity is not a weakness to overcome, but a strength to honor. In a world that often values toughness and emotional detachment, being attuned to subtle energies and feelings can seem like a liability. But this sensitivity allows you to perceive nuances others miss, to connect deeply with humans and nature, to create and appreciate beauty in all its forms. It is a gift, not a flaw. The way you relate to uncertainty determines much of your experience of life. If you demand guarantees before taking action, you will remain stuck in familiar territory even when it no longer serves you. If you can befriend uncertainty, seeing it as a field of possibility rather than a threat, you open yourself to growth, adventure, and discoveries beyond what your current mind can imagine. You have within you the capacity for profound peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. This peace is your natural state, though it may be obscured by the noise of thoughts, emotions, and worldly concerns. Through practices of presence and awareness, you can access this deep well of tranquility even in the midst of life's storms. This doesn't mean you won't feel the full range of human emotions, but that beneath them flows a current of unshakable peace. The universe is infinitely abundant. There is enough for everyone, enough love, enough resources, enough opportunities, enough recognition. When you operate from a mindset of scarcity, you contract around what you fear losing. When you trust in abundance, you open to receiving and giving freely. This shift from fear to trust, from hoarding to sharing, from competition to collaboration, changes everything. Type abundance if you choose to align with this truth of infinite possibility and provision. Your soul came to this earth with specific intentions, qualities to develop, lessons to learn, gifts to share. When you align your life with these deeper purposes, you experience a sense of flow and fulfillment that cannot be found through pursuing external definitions of success. Take time to listen to the whispers of your soul. What brings you alive? What breaks your heart open? What work feels like a calling rather than an obligation? These questions can guide you toward your authentic path. The most transformative journey you will ever undertake is the journey within. Trust that the intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos is also orchestrating your life, guiding you through experiences that serve your highest good, even when you cannot see the larger pattern. The love you've been seeking has never been absent. It is the very substance of your being, the essence from which you are made. When you feel disconnected from love, it is not because love has withdrawn from you, but because you have temporarily forgotten your true nature. The journey of awakening is simply the remembering of what has always been true, that you are love itself, experiencing this human life as a means of knowing itself more fully. Your presence on this earth at this precise time in history is not accidental. You are here because the world needs exactly what you have to offer. Your unique perspective, your particular gifts, your specific way of embodying love and truth. No one else can fulfill your purpose. No one else can shine your light. This is why it's so important that you honor your authentic path rather than trying to be someone you're not. As we draw this sacred time together to a close, remember that these words are not just sounds passing through your ears. They are seeds being planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. Some will sprout immediately. Others will germinate in their own divine timing. Trust the wisdom of your heart to recognize what is true for you, what resonates with your deepest knowing. Type received if these words have found a home in your heart and soul. You are loved beyond measure. You are guided with infinite wisdom. You are protected with boundless compassion. Even in moments when you feel most alone, most lost, most afraid, you are held in the embrace of a love that never wavers, never judges, never abandons. This is the truth of who you are and whose you are. Let it comfort you in times of struggle. Let it strengthen you in times of doubt. Let it remind you of your inherent worthiness in times of insecurity. Go forward now with the knowledge that you are exactly who you are meant to be, exactly where you are meant to be, experiencing exactly what you need for your soul's evolution. Trust the unfolding of your life. Trust the wisdom of your heart. Trust the love that created you and sustains you in every moment. And know that as you walk this human journey, you are never truly alone. You are always connected to the source of all that is, because you yourself are an expression of that very source. Until we meet again in the sacred space of consciousness, may you recognize the divinity within yourself and all beings. May you walk in the light of awareness, the warmth of compassion, and the joy of your authentic expression. May you remember, in moments both dark and light, that you are infinitely loved and eternally held. This is my blessing for you. This is my prayer for your journey. This is my reminder of what has always been true. Thank you for watching.